Right, guys, how's it going? So, Jamie Carragher yesterday put out a tweet, basically appealing or demanding, I think the Liverpool Echo referred to it as, or the Fenway Echo, as we now call it, demanding that UEFA for the Premier League, do something about these pesky Saudi Arabians, because they're stealing all the footballers and stuff like that. And, obviously we can't have that, because these people are awful people. And, I don't know about, listen, I love Jamie Carragher as a footballer, right? For me, he was my skipper, do you know what I mean? If Steven Gerrard had been at Liverpool, Jamie Carragher would have been a Liverpool captain for years, in my opinion. And I love Jamie Carragher. But I've got to admit, I get a little bit bored. I think there's too much Carragher, Neville stuff, even Keane, on Sky Sports. But then again, I'd rather watch them, than these fucking YouTubers. And I know what you're thinking, I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I'm a fuck. Do I come on here and go, hey, what's up, guys? You know what I mean? 3-minute long videos, fuck that off. I couldn't care less. They want you to watch, I don't give a fuck. But what I mean is, I'd still rather watch professional footballers talking about football than some fucking 18-year-old knob jockey on Sky Sports News, which is what it's become. I'm not the only person that shares that opinion. I know a lot of people think the same as me. But it's just this every time I open my phone, it's, hey, what does Gary Neville think with Jamie Carragher? Oh, hey, you, I don't fucking like you. Oh, you. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is, isn't it? Do you know, just bickering. It's like it was funny when it first happened, and it's like the football people involved at Sky Sports, they're going, win, this is gold, this is comedy gold, people love it. Fucking sick of seeing them. Anyway, so Carragher has suddenly now, he's saying that all this Saudi stuff's not good, sports washing. Fucking sports washing. Do you know what? I couldn't give a fuck, guys, could you? I mean, listen, we all want good in the world and all that. We want every country and every nation and every person on this planet to be a good person. But guess what? There's always going to be some cunt somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So sports washing, I couldn't care less about sports washing. Is it true anyway? We only listen to what's, the news and mainstream media tell us. Has Jamie Carragher been out there and experienced what it's like to live there? Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not having it sports washing my ass. The only washing I'm interested in is what's in my basket upstairs in my bedroom. Which is another good reason that there should be a woman back in his house. Just getting a bit... You know what I'm saying? Alright, but not sports washing. I mean, listen, right? You've got to form your own opinions in life. You might come on here and say it's disgusting what happens in them countries. How do you fucking know? You're only going by what the Western mainstream media is telling you. Like divs, we tend to believe them. Well, as I've got older, I've realised now that you're better off looking at alternative news. Do you know what I mean? Well, no, look at everything and then form your own opinions. But listen, these countries, right, some of these countries, let's not fuck around here. We know they don't fuck about in their countries in some regards. I approve of some of their beliefs. Steal my bike, we'll cut your finger off. Next time you do it, be fucking hand, right? There won't be anyone nicking bikes anymore, would there? So I'm down with it, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's all right. I think walking around all day in flip-flops, I've got my sandals on, it's pretty cool with a bed sheet wrapped around you, you know what I mean? It's not as cool as anything. I like it. I've been out in that region. I like it. I think it's mint. But I don't live there. I'm not a homosexual. My boyfriend is. I'm not. But I'm not, and maybe for those people it's not very comfortable. I don't know. We can only go by what's on the news, right? But what do we do in life then? Fucking boiling. What do we do in life then? Do we continue to shut these people out forever? Oh, you've got old... But, it wasn't so long ago that in the United Kingdom, it was illegal to be gay, right? So you have to adapt. You have to learn. You have to educate, right? So... people, when I was a kid, elders, if you like, people that were older, if you're in a bar or something, they would talk a certain way about maybe gays or whatever, oh, he's a woofter or he's a puff, all that, right? You won't get that in a bar today, really. It depends where you drink, maybe. But what I'm saying is, times change. So instead of just we'll keep them over there out of the way because they're bad people, how do you ever change their mindset or educate them in a non-patronising way? Because we need some fucking education. Do you know what I mean? They look at us, going, we got some cheek. When you look at the West, you look at America, you look at England, the UK, sorry. Well, you know what I mean? Like, we do enough shitty things in the world, and I've done, right? But you learn, you adapt. In my opinion, the more people you have around the table of different, persuasions of everything, politics, whatever, right? The more likely you are to have an understanding, right? So if you take that attitude, oh, this is wrong, this is terrible, what they're doing out there with football, what the fuck has it got to do with us, what they're doing out there with football in the first fucking place? It's nothing to do with us, what they're doing in their country with football. Absolutely nothing. And I didn't see Carragher or anybody else, right, moaning about or investigating Chelsea or Chelsea owner, former owner, Roman Abramovich, and where he's went, oh, that was all right. Oh, people are starting to get a bit tetchy about Man City now because they're winning every fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? And we've got the Newcastle thing. I don't like any of this, you know, so-called corruption in football and that. But do you know what? Billionaires are corrupt guys somewhere along the line. Do you know what I mean? They're not fucking stinking rich because they're very honest people, I'm sure. Which is, you know what I mean? Which is probably why we've all got fuck all. Because we're too nice, right? But this, I'm not even trying to make a funny video or put light on the situation. I just think it's very hypocritical of people in the West to complain about what's happening in Saudi with their football. They can do what the fuck they want. Do you know what I mean? And I hope it's a success purely because these people are fucking crying about it. I would love to have seen Steven Gerrard go out there. I really would. So we had China, as the Don would say, China. Yeah, they tried to do all that with the football, didn't they? India, I do believe, as well. We've had the MLS. The MLS, I think, is pretty good. You know what I mean? It's a wrong time zone. You guys are never going to watch it, right? When New York City was established, I was a founding member. I had 4 season tickets at New York City FC, which people that I gave to people on KopTalk, you know, they say, oh, I'm going out to New York, is there any chance I could borrow them tickets? And I'd be like, yeah, take them, because you could transfer them legitimately for free. I didn't even take money off people. So if a KopTalk member came to me and said, oh, I'm going out there with the missus, don't you have them tickets? I was like, yeah, you can have them, mate, go. Because obviously I didn't go. But at one time I thought I might live out there. My boy, you know, Smooth, my best friend, lives out in New York State, and that was my intentions at one time. And I thought I might get into a bit of the MLS. And it's something that still interests me a little bit. But the Saudi, you know, the Saudi situation, they're going for it. Them fuckers, aren't they? They're going for it. And I hope it succeeds. I really do. I really, really do. Purely because of attitudes to these people. You know, during the World Cup, we had, you know, fucking champagne socialists and all that. You know, we have Neville, we have fucking Gary Lineker, you know, but they're all happy to take the money and go out. It's just so the hypocrisy is off the grid. And you know, when the World Cup, when there's some games played in America, Gary Lineker's not going to open on like, oh, we're in America now, you know, the land of the free, but these are dodgy fuckers as well, you know, because there's all sorts of issues in America to do with race, to do with abortion, you know, repression, or, you know, like the women, you know, just all sorts of things. But that's a thing for America to do. It's fucking not to do with me. Just like it's nothing to do with what happens in Saudi Arabia. I live in Spain. I'm a guest in this country. It's not up to me to dictate to the Spanish people what they do either, because I'm a guest in their country, right? So I abide by their laws and by their cultures, and I don't try and change anything. There's things in Spain that I don't agree with, right? And that, you know, Spain can be quite a racist country, to be honest with you. It can, and that doesn't sit good with me. But they've got to learn as well, just like they've got to learn with their, you know, things like bullfighting and animal cruelty. Anyway, so that's that. That's all I wanted to say. I thought Jamie Carragher, he should mind his business. Nobody says or said anything about Chelsea and Roman Abramovich and where his money was coming from. Sick of hearing about it. All right, that's it. I just wanted to mention it. I'm in a good mood. Just wanted to tell you. There you go. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't, there'll be some that won't like this video because, you know, the top reds and that, they'll be down in it. You know what I'm saying? The fucking loony lefties and that. All right, guys. I'm talking about extremists, by the way. I don't mind if you're on the left politically. Right. Fucking hard, always fucking justifying. Thumbs up, comment, whatever you want to do. I appreciate your feedback. And if you like the video and it's the weekend and you think, I like Dunk's channel, hit that love out button and get me a drink. Don't tell me, doctor.